What are you up to?
Well, all these pallets are things that were left over from when we built ODIN 6 months ago. We've had them stacked here and there and everywhere. And I'm finally going through them one at a time and getting rid of little bitsy pieces that we don't need, trying to just get some odds and ends wrapped back up. And there's a lot of stuff that has to go back on that old girl. So I shouldn't say old girl when it's a boy, when ODIN is a boy. But we're gonna get all this stuff sorted, put it back on ODIN, make it alive.
This is to prove to everyone that the rotator rotates. We're currently taking out the tater of the rotator, the thing that rotates the rotator. See, now is that the rotator, or is the whole thing the rotator?
They're hoping if they take this one nut off right here, that they'll be able to slide that gear past that stud. We are gonna find out. It's the moment we've been all waiting for. For those of you who don't know, the engine's out. Engine trans is out. There's the power plant right there, the heart of the unit. We're working on a new drive line. We've got all kinds of wiring harnesses. Yesterday we stripped this thing full of most of the extra wires that were in here from the factory. We cut a lot back. A lot what was behind the dash, we just cut it out. Boom, you're out of here. And sent it packing. We're buying a control switch, control panel to control all of our lights. We're getting ready to put rock lights on. A whole bunch of other lights, spotlights, headlights, turn signals, brake lights.
Here, what if I get the long pry bar on my side and see if I can go in there and pick it up and we can skate it back in?
Do you need to come back out or come back in with it?
We gotta go back in and we have to go that way.
Looks like you just about had it.
Hey, you got it, Steve. Oh, you're pulling it still.
I'm okay with that. The whole stud's coming?
Yeah.
That's even better. it is gonna come out.
Yeah, here, push up. Try to get down in there. I'll push this side down. Try to skate her out. She was the skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." So you can say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Really wiggle it.
Oh, shut it down. Sit, let it down.
It's sitting.
Ah!
Don't throw it at me.
I just wanted it out.
So, Steve, why are we pulling this thing out?
I think
Because
probably
the hydraulic didn't go into bypass and blew the seal out of the motor.
It was the first component to fail in Utah. We made it to the games, fired the truck up. Well, before we get to the games, we're in Salt Lake City. We get the last hydraulic line we need to tie our pump into our valve body. Or a spool valve, whatever you want to call it. And we fire the truck up. First time we fired it up after hooking that line up. And immediately this thing blows. Poof! It was the weakest link. And so here we are trying to fix it now. You got it? Yep. Oh, Steve, you're so big and strong.
And there's our failure.
Wow. Junk. Is that water? Looks like it has water in it.
It may have gone in here, see the rust? It may have gone in because this gasket was pinched out here like that.
Oh, so it may have been bad for a while, if it's rusty in there.
Well, this is probably since the failure. Because that was facing up.
Oh, so it just let it right in.
Yeah, so the water was just coming right down and going right down in there into this. So I'll tear this all down, clean it, put it all back together.
Well, I'm glad we didn't leave it go any longer, huh?
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Make sure you mark this.
Yes. That's why I put it back.
Little update under the cab here for you guys. The floor is cut out of the center for the console. Okay. We showed you guys the drive shaft we're putting in. There she sits where we want it. We made a nice little plate right there for the carrier bearing to bolt to. That'll get welded to the skid plate now. That's our rear steer pump. For our rear steer, it's electric, so it's on a switch. If for whatever reason our engine went down or transmission went down and we couldn't turn the engine on, at least we can still rear steer if we were getting pulled out of where we broke down from, right?
Yeah,
Because we always want options.
Yeah, that's sounds like election. We want options.
Darn straight. Our old engine mounts are right here, real nice and low. Kept the engine and transmission tucked down just maybe an inch or two off of the skid plate. So we have to raise those up so far now that we're going to use something like this up on top of the frame, and then we'll put this big steel puck back up on top again and we'll mount our engine up here. And we have a bit of a spaghetti noodle mess under here between electrical wire. We got positive wire, ground wire, transmission cooling, hydraulic hoses, you know, all sorts of stuff. Wires running up into the cab. You can almost see the box up in there. That's the junction box for the rear steer, all the brains of it actually. Transmission computer, we're gonna end up moving it probably down to a frame rail down here when we clean all this up. This is gonna be beautiful when we get done. So yeah, lots of progress to make.
Church bells, it's the missus, it's the missus.
You better pick that up, you can get in trouble.
I'm on this one right here. Hey, woman.